When you reach a certain age, there's a moment when you realize something harsh. Nobody really cares about you the way you once cared for everyone else. People get busy, life moves fast, and suddenly, you feel like you're standing alone. But here's the part nobody tells you: that feeling can become your greatest power. Because when you stop waiting for others to care, you finally start caring for yourself in a way you never have before. And that's when your real transformation begins. Your body may not be as fast as it once was, but it is far from finished. Every day you wake up is another chance to rebuild your strength, sharpen your mind, and prove to yourself that age is not the end, it is your second life. And this time, you get to live it for you. You don't need extreme workouts or complicated routines. You don't need expensive trainers or supplements. You just need consistency. Every small step becomes a brick in the foundation of your better, stronger future. Start with your food. What you put into your body becomes your energy, your mood, your protection. You can feel younger by choosing lighter meals, more fruits and vegetables, simple home-cooked foods, and plenty of water. Your digestion becomes smoother, your joints feel less heavy, and your mind becomes clearer. Even one healthy choice a day can shift your entire direction. Move your body in ways that feel good, not painful. Light stretches, easy walks, gentle strength exercises, these are enough to wake up your muscles, keep your bones strong, and protect your balance. Your body is waiting to be used, not stored away. Every time you move, even for 5 minutes, you are telling yourself, I still matter, I still have purpose. But the real secret to staying youthful is not only in the body, it's in the mind. Age tries to convince you that you're done, that your best days are behind you. But the truth is, your mindset decides your age more than your years ever will. When you choose to see life with curiosity, when you decide to keep learning, when you find joy in simple things, you create a spark inside you that no number can dim. A positive mind keeps you young from the inside out. Your life is not shrinking, it's refocusing. This stage of your life is not for pleasing others, it's for healing, for strengthening, for discovering what truly matters to you. You can create routines that make you feel alive again. You can build habits that keep your heart steady, your mind sharp, your sleep peaceful. You can wake up each day with more energy than you had 10 years ago. And yes, that is possible. Your body listens when you treat it with respect. And remember this, even if nobody else shows up for you, you can still show up for yourself. You can be your own source of motivation, discipline, and hope. When you take control of your health, your confidence grows. You start to feel lighter, happier, more powerful. And people will notice. They'll wonder how. You became more energetic when everyone else your age is slowing down. They'll ask for your secret. But the truth is, the secret is simple. You stopped waiting for someone to care for you, and you chose to care for yourself. Old age is not a punishment, it is a privilege. Not everyone gets this far. And those who do have the chance to rewrite their story, you don't need to be 20 to feel good in your body. You just need to decide that your health is worth fighting for. Because it is. Because you are. So today, choose kindness for your body. Choose movement for your strength. Choose nourishment for your energy. Choose a mindset that lifts you up instead of holding you down. You are not done. You are not alone. You are entering the most powerful version of yourself, one that doesn't need applause or approval. Nobody may care the way you hoped, but that's okay. Because you're about to show the world and yourself something better. A life where you take control, you rise again, and you prove that age is only a number, not a limit. Aging comes with a quiet realization that settles into the heart slowly, almost without warning. You notice people visiting less often, conversations becoming shorter, and priorities shifting around you. Children grow up, friends move on, responsibilities change, and life becomes simpler for everyone except you. At first, it may feel painful to accept that the world you once carried so lovingly no longer circles around you. You spent years being the reliable one, the giver, the helper, the one who solved problems and held everything together. Yet suddenly you are left in a space where your needs feel invisible. This moment can feel heavy, but within it lies an unexpected opportunity that many never recognize. It is the moment you begin to see that your value does not depend on who checks on you or who remembers you. It depends on how deeply you choose to care for yourself. When you stop waiting for others to care the way you once cared, you free yourself from disappointment and step into a new kind of strength. For the first time in years, maybe decades, you get to turn your attention inward. You get to acknowledge your needs, your feelings, your physical well-being, your happiness, and your peace without guilt. You understand that this stage of life is not a punishment, but a transition that invites you to rebuild your identity in a more powerful way. The loneliness that once felt like a burden becomes the space where you can finally breathe, reflect, and nurture yourself. It becomes the signal to start valuing your health, not because someone else asked you to, but because you deserve it. This shift in mindset changes everything. You begin to realize that caring for yourself is not selfish. It is survival, growth, and self-respect. You start noticing the small habits that make you feel lighter and more energized. You recognize that your body still responds to kindness. Your mind still reacts to encouragement, and your heart still grows stronger when treated with patience. You begin walking a little more, eating a little better, sleeping a little deeper. Not for anyone else, not to impress or chase approval, but to honor your own life. And as these changes take root, something incredible begins to happen inside you. You feel a spark returning, a sense of control that you haven't felt in years. The world may not revolve around you anymore, but your life does. The realization that fewer people care becomes less painful and more empowering, because you understand that relying on others for happiness was never the path to true freedom. You see that your journey now is about becoming your own source of strength. You start waking up with a reason, a sense of responsibility toward your own well-being. You treat your body with the same love you once poured into others. You remind yourself that you are still capable, still worthy, still needed, especially by yourself. This is the unexpected gift, hidden within aging. The chance to rediscover your importance without depending on anyone else. The chance to build a healthier, stronger, more peaceful version of yourself from the inside out. Small, consistent habits have the power to reshape your entire life, especially in your later years when the body becomes more sensitive to what you feed it. Many people think staying healthy after 60 requires complicated diets, strict routines, or expensive supplements. But the truth is far simpler. Your body responds more quickly and more dramatically to the little things you do every day than to anything extreme. When you begin choosing lighter meals instead of heavy ones, when you add even a few more fruits and vegetables to your plate, when you give your stomach a break with proper hydration and balanced portions, your body starts speaking to you in a new language. Your energy rises, your digestion becomes easier, and your mood feels lighter. What once felt like constant tiredness, slowly transforms into a steady, gentle strength. Food becomes more than just fuel at this stage of life. It becomes your daily medicine. As you age, your metabolism slows down, and your organs need more support, not more stress. That is why simple, home-cooked meals can do wonders. They are easier to digest, easier to manage, and far healthier than processed foods loaded with salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. When you eat a bowl of warm homemade soup, when you choose fresh vegetables over packaged snacks, when you drink enough water throughout the day, you are giving your body exactly what it knows how to use. You begin to notice changes that feel almost magical. Less bloating after meals, reduced heaviness in the body, more clarity in your thoughts, steady blood sugar, calmer mornings, and better sleep at night. The beauty of these changes is that you don't need to do everything at once. Just one healthy choice a day can start shifting the direction of your health. A glass of warm water in the morning, a handful of nuts instead of biscuits, an extra serving of fruit, a lighter dinner that lets your body rest instead of struggle through the night. Over time, these small changes begin stacking on top of each other, creating a foundation of strength that feels natural rather than forced. You start waking up with more energy than you ever expected. Your joints feel less stiff. Your face shows more freshness. Your steps become easier, and your confidence grows because you know you are taking care of yourself from the inside out. Your relationship with food also becomes more mindful. You start recognizing which foods drain you and which foods lift you. You become more aware of the difference between eating out of habit and eating to nourish your body. This awareness alone can change your life because it teaches you that your health is not controlled by age, it is controlled by your choices. You realize that you have more power than you ever thought. Even if the world forgets to prioritize your well-being, you can choose to make yourself a priority with every bite you take. Simple habits like adding fiber-rich foods, choosing lean proteins, drinking herbal teas, avoiding unnecessary sugars, and preparing meals with love and intention slowly become part of your routine. They don't require effort, they become your lifestyle. And this lifestyle becomes a gift to your future self, a way of saying you still matter, your body still matters, and your life still deserves the best care you can give. Gentle daily movement becomes one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself as you grow older, and it doesn't require strength, speed, or perfect fitness to make a difference. Many people believe that only intense workouts create real results, but for older adults, the body responds beautifully to slow, steady activity. Even the simplest movement sends a message to your muscles, bones, and mind that you are still active, still capable, still alive. When you take a short walk, when you lift your arms a few times, when you stretch your legs or rotate your shoulders, you are waking up parts of your body that have been waiting to feel needed again. This kind of gentle effort builds strength in a way that feels natural and supportive, not painful or exhausting. Light exercise protects your muscles from shrinking, a process that becomes more common with age. You don't need heavy weights or long routines to fight this. Just using your muscles regularly keeps them engaged and responsive. A few minutes of simple leg lifts can help improve balance. A couple of arm movements can help maintain independence in everyday activities. Even light stretching can reduce stiffness that builds up over the years. Your body understands these small signals and begins adjusting, repairing, and strengthening itself in response. What seems like tiny movement to you feels like powerful maintenance to your body. Your bones also benefit every time you move. Weight-bearing exercises, even as mild as walking or standing up from a chair, repeatedly tell your bones to stay dense and strong. This helps prevent fractures, improves stability, and builds confidence in your daily life. When your legs feel stable beneath you, you feel more secure in every step you take. When your back feels supported, you carry yourself with more comfort and ease. These improvements don't happen overnight, but they come quietly, consistently, and reliably when movement becomes a regular part of your day. Movement also has a profound effect on your balance and coordination, two things that naturally decline with age, but can be greatly improved with simple practice. Gentle exercises that focus on posture, slow stepping, and controlled breathing help your brain stay sharp and connected to your body. They reduce the risk of falls, improve reaction time, and make you more aware of how you move through space. When you choose movement, even just a little, you are choosing independence and freedom in the future. Your mood and mindset also transform when you make movement part of your routine. Physical activity releases natural hormones that fight sadness, anxiety, and stress. A short walk can calm your mind and brighten your day. Stretching can release tension stored in your shoulders and back. Gentle strength exercises can make you feel capable and proud of yourself. Movement reminds you that your body still belongs to you and that you still have control over how you feel. The more you move, the more you want to move. Your body begins craving the comfort of activity, the loosening of tight muscles, the warmth running through your arms and legs, the peaceful rhythm of your breathing. You start to notice that your steps feel lighter, your joints feel less stiff, and your energy lasts longer throughout the day. You feel stronger, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, reaching for something on a shelf. You begin to trust yourself again, not because you are young, but because you are active. Movement becomes your companion, your medicine, and your personal reminder that you still have so much life left to live. A youthful life after 60 has far less to do with how your body looks, and far more to do with how your mind chooses to see the world. Age is something your body experiences, but your mindset is something you control, shape, and protect. When you decide to stay mentally active, curious, and hopeful, you create an internal environment that keeps you vibrant no matter what your birth certificate says. The mind has a powerful influence on energy, confidence, and overall well-being. And when you nurture it, everything else in your life begins to change with it. You start realizing that youthfulness is not about reversing time, but about refusing to let time limit your spirit. As people grow older, it becomes easy to fall into patterns of overthinking, worrying, or believing that your best years are behind you. Society often reinforces this idea by treating older adults as if they should slow down, step back, or fade into the background. But the truth is, your mind does not age the same way your body does. It stays sharp when you challenge it. It stays hopeful when you feed it positivity. And it stays strong when you refuse to let negative thoughts define you. Simple choices like reading new things, learning new skills, practicing gratitude, or staying socially engaged help your mind stay alive and active. Every time you expose yourself to something new, you are signaling to your brain that you are still growing, still evolving, still participating in life. A positive mindset also shapes how you experience your body. When you focus on what you can do rather than what you can't, you open the door to progress instead of frustration. If you tell yourself you're too old to start moving, too old to change your eating habits, too old to learn something new, your body listens. But when you tell yourself you are capable, when you choose encouragement over excuses, your body responds with more energy, better mood, and improved motivation. A hopeful mind gives you the strength to take action. Even on days when your body feels slow or heavy, it becomes the push that keeps you moving instead of sinking into inactivity. The thoughts you allow into your mind also affect your emotional health. A positive mindset helps you handle loneliness, stress, and uncertainty with more resilience. Instead of feeling defeated by challenges, you begin to see opportunities for growth. Instead of comparing yourself to younger people, you start appreciating the wisdom and strength that only age can give. You learn to find joy in small things, meaning in quiet moments, and beauty in your own journey. This emotional balance keeps your heart steady and your mind peaceful. Mindset even influences how you connect with others. When you carry positivity, people are drawn to your energy. You become someone who inspires, rather than complains. Someone who uplifts instead of pulls others down. Conversations become more meaningful. Connections become more enjoyable. And your presence becomes something people value. This brings warmth into your life, creating a sense of belonging that keeps you emotionally young. A youthful mind also encourages you to take care of your physical health. When you think positively, you naturally want to eat better, move more, and sleep well. You begin choosing routines that support your happiness instead of habits that drain you. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is slowing down and start seeing yourself as someone who is still growing, still learning, still capable of becoming a stronger version of yourself. Taking charge of your own well-being becomes one of the most transformative decisions you can make later in life, especially when you realize that relying on others for support no longer works the way it once did. There comes a moment when you understand that people get busy, priorities shift, and life moves forward, with or without your needs being considered. Instead of letting this realization break you, it can become the turning point that rebuilds you. When you decide to take control of your health, your habits, and your daily routines, you begin to rediscover a strength you didn't even know you still had. You start becoming your own source of motivation, and this independence creates a powerful confidence that grows with every choice you make for yourself. As you begin prioritizing your body and mind, small positive changes start to appear. You feel proud of yourself when you choose healthier meals, when you take a short walk instead of sitting all day, when you stretch your stiff muscles, or when you drink water instead of reaching for something unhealthy. These tiny choices may look insignificant to others, but to you, they represent something much bigger proof that you still matter, that your life is still worth investing in, and that you are capable of building a future that feels good instead of heavy. This sense of self-responsibility becomes a kind of fuel, pushing you forward every day with a deeper purpose. Over time, taking control of your well-being begins to shift how you see yourself. Instead of feeling forgotten, you start to feel empowered. Instead of feeling dependent, you start to feel capable. Instead of waiting for someone else to tell you what to do, you begin listening to your own body and honoring what it needs. You sleep better because your mind feels calmer. You wake up with more energy because your body feels lighter. You experience moments of joy simply because you know you are taking care of yourself in a way no one else ever could. This confidence radiates through your actions, your posture, your expressions, and even the way you speak. People around you begin to notice the change. They see the energy in your steps, the clarity in your conversation, the strength in your spirit. They start to admire the resilience you carry, even if they don't say it out loud. You become an example of what it means to age with intention and dignity. You show others that health is not about being young, it's about being disciplined and committed to yourself. This sense of personal power becomes more valuable than any external praise. Taking charge of your well-being also changes how you handle challenges. You no longer feel helpless when something goes wrong. Instead, you respond with patience, with practical steps, with calm understanding rather than fear. You learn to trust yourself more deeply because you have seen what you can accomplish when you choose to act rather than wait. Your mind begins to focus less on what you have lost and more on what you can still gain. In this stage of life, becoming your own source of care transforms everything. You stop chasing validation, you stop expecting others to save you, and you start building a life where you are strong from the inside out. You rise each day knowing that your health is in your hands, and that realization alone becomes the spark that keeps you moving forward with strength, purpose, and quiet pride.